trilogy. She came up with a trilogy name. I came up with the concept of doing three.
Whack your desk.
Sorry. It was the springs on the mic that Chandler tells me off for playing with. Honestly, without Chandler, this has started terribly.
Yeah.
Alex has done his bit about 5 minutes ago.
It hasn't started terribly. You've just derailed us. Hello everyone, welcome to the 3 Takes of Stupidity. This is our 4th take episode. I think it's sort of a 4th take episode. We're missing our little Kim Jong-un, our little President Assad, our little Colonel Chandafi, our little our Benito Mussolini.
I like that
That's
one.
my favourite one.
That was very good. You've left off a very popular historic dictator there. I imagine for good reason.
Yeah, but I couldn't make Chandler's name match in with Francisco Franco. Oh, Francisco Munco! No, it doesn't really work.
Yeah. He's done it. He's only gone
Joseph
and done it.
Chandler. Anyway, I am Alex Clinton. I'm joined by the wonderful James Robbins.
Hi there.
And we are about to get into a 4th take.
If this is the 4th take, but we're minus Chandler, is it just regular 3 takes?
Roll the titles.
Much to Alex's confusion, this is the 4th take, and we are down Chandler. It is a shame, but we're still going to take you through our thoughts on the ancient history genre as a whole and look back at the films we did. We're going to have our ratings. We will hear from Chandler Monk. We will play it for us. We're going to live react. We're going to live react to them, and then he can do some nice editing magic and put it in there nice and succinctly, smoothly. Maybe he'll re-record it and make us look like absolute nuts. But here we are. He has that power. Unfortunately,
or we can just play it and they can they can enjoy it while we enjoy it.
That's
Make
true.
it natural.
So we'll come back to that later. But first of all, as we always do, Alex, what have you been up to this week? What have you been watching?
House, a lot of episodes of House, which is on Netflix, and also apparently it's free on Channel 4. But I'm well into it again. I watched it when I was at uni.
It's a great show.
I was mad into it at uni. I used to just get hungover. Obviously, there would be things before the hangover. Mainly a kebab. But it used to be my hungover show. It used to be the show that I would watch occasionally in lectures.
Nice.
£9,250 a year.
£70,000 in debt.
Yeah. But I just did not care about lighting.
Hey, look, lad, our degrees, the only one of us that would still have a degree if the Tories have their way is Chandler with a maths degree. He's going to get rid of our arts degree.
Yeah, but he's...
Because if you guys didn't know, me and Alex are artists.
But he's impeccably shit at maths now. Like the amount of times we ask him basic maths questions and he just doesn't know the answer.
Yeah, but neither do I.
There we go.
But I didn't pay £70,000 to become a mathematician.
Yeah, it kind of really annoys me that he's not an accountant. Being an accountant seems so easy.
Yeah, he took our jobs.
Is an accountant not just... You can't have a bad day as an accountant, can you? Can you?
You can. I think it's pretty miserable.
Yeah, it's pretty miserable and lonely because obviously, like, maths isn't getting any... You're getting 0 bitches. You're getting zero friends.
No, your money helps. No, there's literally 6'5", blonde hair, blue eyes, finance.
Yeah, but that's not...
I'm looking for a man in finance.
That's just gambling. That's just gambling with other people's money. They're essentially just punters in the local Ladbrokes.
Yeah, they're doing the same thing as someone in a casino, doing lines and gambling.
But yeah, I've watched nothing. I've watched House. Back to the original question. What have you watched?
I've got a few animes on the go, but whatever. Been listening to the J. Cole album still because Amazing got tickets for later this year. Very excited. Might be his last tour, and he hasn't toured since 2018, so I'm very excited about that. I'm going to go to 2 shows because I'm a tryhard. But I have been watching, and something I rarely do is watch a little BBC drama. And I think it's wonderful, and I think you'd really like it. I think Chandler would really like it. It's called Small Profits.
Well, he does like Slow Horses, and it sounds very similar to Slow Horses, so...
No, I don't think it is. So I have no idea what Slow Horses is about, but I don't think it's like...
the title's the same, because it's slow and then stop. So there's 4 letters there, and then...
I don't know any of these people, but you might do. And yeah, I get that. Chandler would probably know these people. It's written and directed by Mackenzie Crook.
Yeah. He was in Pirates of the Caribbean, and he was in The Office. And The Detectorist as well.
He stars in it. He's the manager at a tool station, or like kind of shop. It stars Pierce Quigley.
I don't know who that is.
Don't know if you know him.
Michael Palin in it, hasn't it?
And it has got Michael Palin in it. He's very good. He plays Pierce Quigley's dad. It's got Lauren Patel in it, who's was in... So my partner realised she recognised her because she saw her in Everyone's Talking About Jamie, the musical. She's also been in Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul from 2024. So she's doing some big work.
She's plasticine and she's out in the real world. So she wasn't in it. Yeah. I wouldn't recognise her from a fucking... Oh, she looks a bit different when she's stop motion.
It's I think I'm 3 of 6 episodes in, and I think it's going to be really sad. It's set in Manchester, your new stomping ground, and Pierce Quigley plays Michael Sleep. He's still struggling after his girlfriend Clea vanished 7 years ago on Christmas Eve, and he's a very sad soul. But then it gets a bit quirky, and it's very British quirky. I'd love to get like an American to watch it or something. But his dad's in a home, but his dad sounds like he was some mad archaeologist or something, and he receives an alchemical recipe to create homunculi that can tell him prophecies and shit. So it's just got this sitcom backdrop of Northern England and his quirky man. And then all of a sudden he's growing homunculi, to find out where his ex-girlfriend disappeared to. And everyone thought he killed her, but he didn't kill her. But there's something going on in the background. It's really charming. And it's got an incredible soundtrack. It feels almost like the soundtrack is straight out of a medieval journey. Okay. Lots of like violins and fiddles and that kind of music. If you ever played Fable games, the music's a little bit like that. I know of it. Oh, mate, you need to play Fable. It's incredible. I didn't play Fable 1, but Fable 2, very much enjoyed it. It's really good. Watch it. It's like 6 episodes, and I watched 3 in the other night, and it's really, really good. Really
very nice.
Really like it.
Very, very good. Right then, that's what we've watched. So this is our says, but we'll also be discussing the BAFTAs, and Scrubs comes out tomorrow, or what will be 3 days ago when you listen to it. 4 days. It came out recently when you listen to this. So we're going to talk about that, even though we know very little.
But I've been very worried about it. I just the trailers and the marketing has made me concerned that it's going to be shit. But I think early reviews from like critics that have got to watch it.
Yeah, last I checked,
at least the first episode. So that's
last I checked, it was running at about 81 on Rotten Tomatoes, which is pretty good.
And honestly, thank God, because I don't want Scrubs to be destroyed.
I don't
like it's one of my favourite shows of all time.
I don't think it was ever going to be destroyed. It could have been let down a little bit, but I think destroyed was never really an option.
I'm still very worried they're going to retread old paths.
They have to. They had
do them again. They have to retread them in a sense if they're going to continue down the path, but like don't do them again.
I wonder who.
It'd be weird. They're all like 50.
I wonder when the first emotional story is going to happen. Maybe. Is the first? Oh man, I wonder if they're going to talk about Ted's death. Shit, we'll just talk about Scrubs now. I'm more excited for Scrubs than I am all 3 movies we watched and the BAFTAs.
Oh my! Scrubs has come up non-stop on this podcast.
Could we?
So, like, since before the reboot was even announced, we were nattering on about bloody
That's
Scrubs.
because we just enjoy Scrubs.
Because it's one of the best shows there's ever been.
Yeah. But I wonder who's going to get the first emotional story. Because I think Ted dying could be like a nice scene. Well, not dying. Ted is dead, so they might have like a moment where they're like, "Oh, it just hasn't been the same since Ted left," and then they'll make a joke and then move on.
Well, he might not be dead.
I think he will be dead,
but they probably will do that because the actor is, so they can't exactly. I do feel like it'd be very Scrubs and also very I can't remember the actor's name. If they did a really hilarious recast. Now they have.
I think someone will come in.
It could be extremely distasteful, but like I hope there's a Ted Mark II. Because didn't they Laverne died in show, not real life, and didn't they bring Laverne back as like Laverne II, and it was just basically Laverne.
Yeah, it was Laverne II because JD would call her Lavernicus, and then it eventually just sort of morphed into her just being Laverne again.
Yeah.
Oh, Laverne again. Laverne again.
Laverne. Yeah. One of the best retcons in, I think, the popular sitcom zeitgeist.
So I think...
Because basically what it is, you may as well just write out that she died.
I think they wrote out that she died, and then it feels... I haven't listened to the Scrubs podcast on these episodes, but I'm guessing it was Bill Lawrence wrote her out and then was like... Or she asked to leave and then was like, "Oh, actually, my schedule's just totally changed. Can I come back?" And he was like, "Yeah. Yeah, you can."
This would be funny. Why not? Why not? I don't know if I've seen... I think they might have... They've confirmed that the janitor's
Yeah,
back,
I've seen that Neil Flynn is back.
which was a very late confirmation. And I don't know if Kelso is, but he might. I reckon Kelso will
I think he'll
appear.
make an appearance. He's quite old, the actor now who plays Kelso. He's mid-90s, I want to say. So to bring him back would put both a lot of stress on him, and you would hate to bring him back and then he dies midway through filming.
Yeah, you bring him back for a cameo, or then you get him to appear on a video call.
No, I think they'll just...
Because then he can actually just do a video call.
I think maybe they could have got him back to do a couple of days worth of cameos where he's just sort of sat in the canteen or something, just eating jelly or having a coffee. That's fine.
Yeah, that'd be good. Because I feel like they could film 2 seasons worth of that in a day.
What is that noise?
And then just drop it. My dog is trying to dig through Sonic is looking like he's trying to dig through a bed. He's trying to get comfy, but it's not even the duvet. It's just...
I'm afraid of
bottom sheet.
Down. We can't tolerate this.
I will fucking come all the way to where you are and fight you for that sentence.
You can never get to me.
I'll kill you far quicker than anything bad could ever happen to him. I know exactly where you are, and I know where you're going to be.
I'm north of the river.
I've got my contacts. Yeah, it's not hard to get to.
But yeah, that's Scrubs. That is Scrubs that's coming out in a couple of days. And to all watch it, and you'll be able to hear from us in the next episode of Our Thoughts.
I've got an important question, Alex. And this is important for our viewers, everybody. Alex has a really important apology to make. He's done some things, he's said some things, and it must be done. And it's taken a lot for him to get here. He's been working himself up to it all day. And he's got to go to work later, and if he doesn't get this off his chest, he won't be able to do anything.
Yeah.
And if you can't tell already, you can hear the stress in his voice between the whole start of this record. So Alex, will you please take it away?
So before I start my heartfelt apology, just remind us, it was so my apology goes out to Hilary Duff, who has released a music video recently of her. Was it
You might remember we reviewed the lyrics.
Yeah, the lyrics. And
recently.
was it... She was doing things to herself in a doorway.
And giving fellatio in the back of a diner or
yes,
something.
of course. Actually, I'm not that sorry about that. You still shouldn't be doing that. You can't be doing that. She's a mother of 3. However, I have since seen clips.
And her kids are like 14.
Yeah, but I have since seen clips where she doesn't really look mid-40s. She still kind of looks like Hilary Duff from about 10 years ago. But that's Hollywood surgeries. So there is a minor...
But that's your apology, isn't it? You're like...
There's a minor apology for some of the stuff, but you can't be giving head in the back of a diner. You can't... I don't care who you... It's Miley... It's Miley Cyrus off the wagon behaviour.
But Miley Cyrus was age appropriate.
I mean, yeah, but it's just doing stuff for stuff's sake, innit?
She's bounced back incredibly well, but can you please outline what your apology truly is? You flirted around it.
I think my apology was that... No, actually, I retract it, because I forgot about the diner. So I'm not sorry at all.
Weren't you so sorry because you thought she was past it and actually you just still find her
really
fit?
Yeah, but then she's a very good looking woman. But you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that.
Some people are into things.
That's fine.
Alex.
We don't have to know. We should know less about each other.
Would you like to do terrible things with Hilary Duff in the back of
Not when I'm
places?
47.
Absolutely fair enough. Fair enough. But it's an absolutely terrible way to go into this announcement. But if you did watch Lizzie McGuire when you were young, I did. It was a great show. I think Hilary Duff was, I said on the previous podcast, was one of my first crushes. But unfortunately, her dad in the show, Robert Carradine, passed away.
Yeah, sad. Very sad. Very sad. Very sad.
Yeah. So how do you feel about what you've just talked about today of all days?
Thank God he wasn't alive to see it. Oh no, he was alive to see it. That's probably what killed him off.
Oh my God. Shall we talk about the films we did?
Yes. I can't really remember what films that we did.
We did The Warriors.
Oh yeah.
With 300.
It's all come screaming back to me.
And we did the one I
Hero.
chose. Hero. With Jet Li.
Hero could save us. Not linked in any way to the Nickelback song. But first, before we talk about those movies, let's hear what Chandler has to say.
Listeners, sorry I can't record with the boys this week. Been a very busy week, although I will still be editing this, so make of that what you will.
I was throwing jabs at
thanks
us.
them for whatever they've said about me. Probably terrible, but that's just who they are.
It's really annoying that he's right.
What have I watched this week? I was up the other night, I couldn't sleep, and From Dusk Till Dawn was on, so I watched that. Very fun, enjoyable movie.
Isn't that the old Sinners?
Essentially smashed together that shouldn't have been, but still an enjoyable experience. Much better than its spiritual successor of Sinners, obviously, as I've said before on the podcast.
I know. He's brought this up many times.
I also watched Anyone But You, which is a rom-com with Sydney Sweeney. And
He always watches utter shit.
The guy from the new Top Gun, I can't remember his name.
Tom Cruise.
Annoyingly, that came out a couple of years ago. That was actually quite an enjoyable rom-com to watch. Very by the numbers, but an enjoyable experience nonetheless.
He only liked it because of Sydney Sweeney, how Sydney Sweeney looks.
Scrubs starts very soon.
We've already talked about Scrubs, Chandler.
So yeah, I hope you guys are having fun listening to the boys chatter on incessantly for the rest of this.
We're going to the next one. There's 3 of these guys. Oh, it's his ranking.
Yeah, we want to hear this. Yeah. We'll have.
Okay.
It's 3 episodes.
Oh, we'll have his ranking, and then we can do our rankings off the back of it, and then either we can joke about how bad his rankings are, or we can agree, which is how our rankings work.
Should we make a prediction? Should we predict what his ranking is going to be before we get it? Actually,
I think he's going to go the Warriors top. Then
I know exactly what's going last.
And then Hero, huh?
It's very predictable. I think he's going to go 300, then the Warriors, then Hero.
No, think about what he's just watched. He's just watched rom-coms, and if anyone likes the Warriors, they like rom-coms. So I'm saying Warriors 300 and
I like rom-coms,
Hero.
and I didn't love Warriors.
No, but I imagine I don't think any of us loved the Warriors, but he will say he loved the Warriors just to be different.
But yeah, I do like that. And he's predictable that he'll put Hero last because he's not accepting of other cultures.
That's correct.
He doesn't understand why there's so much fighting in martial arts films, which is shown up twice on this podcast. Pure disrespect to the wuxia film genre, and
the Chinese government. Wait. So hang on, what's your ratings? I thought we'd do him first, but I actually think we'll do. I think we'll do us first.
Let's do.
Yeah, I think so. Well, you go first.
Do you want to start with 3 or 1? Do you want to start with 3 or 1?
Start with 3 and then work your way up.
I liked them all. I'd like to clarify because I found them all really interesting watches. I think my 3 is the Warriors. I think visually I really enjoyed it. I thought, and it's definitely, I get why it's a cult classic. It's about New York at a really troubled time. It's very important, and it is an important film, and it's a classic for a reason. Also, read about the stories around the gang culture around filming it, because it is a stylized take on a real issue that was happening in New York in the 70s when the city was bankrupt. I just found it not the easiest watch, a bit dull. It was running simulator quite a lot of the time, very pretty running simulator. Also, you kind of can't tell when it's set. It kind of looks like it could be in the future, which I like. It's very ambiguous with when it's set, even, but once you know the historical context, it makes sense. Number 2, 300, from a very basic bitch kind of way. Good action film. Zack Snyder maybe is one of his best. Again, another great film to look at. If you love six-pack abs, you'll enjoy it. Some weird points to the film. I found the plot a bit maybe loose, but overall, I enjoyed watching it. And then number 1 is Hero. I didn't part of me doesn't want to put it number 1 just because it feels like I'm predictable.
You are predictable. I knew you were going to put it as number 1.
It was just it has maybe one of the best. It has one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen. I think the way the story is displayed, with it being like flashbacks but lots of lies, really, really interesting. And there's some of it that seems a bit silly, but it's an older film, and you have to respect the genre. And I just think it does really good work, and I get why it's such a beloved film. So yeah, that's my 3. I'm interested by yours. I don't think I either think yours is going to be the same or 300 is going to be number 1.
I don't really know what mine's going to be. I totally agree with your Warriors take, where it's a bit dystopian, a bit. It's different. It's definitely different. I can see why it's a cult classic. I loved the sort of lore behind the filming of it. I thought that's very interesting. It's a lot of running. It's a lot of, I don't know whether you'd call it like overacting, but there's a lot of just like high intense moments that you just feel like aren't that intense, but they would be.
None of the actors went anywhere really after. Like this was, they peaked in high school type of thing.
I think it would have been intense if you're a musical theatre kid. I think you would have been like, oh my god, they're so on edge. Oh my god, they're going to attack each other. Oh my god, he's running so fast. So,
well, it's West Side Story without music.
Yeah. So I'm putting Warriors last.
I think you also have to remember that like they are gang members and they are like brutal as well. You have to remember the context of it's kind of like interesting. You forget why you're watching it. It's one of those where like traditional antagonists are protagonists.
I think if it was remade today, it would be a lot darker and a lot more gritty than it was, even though it was very gritty. But there's not a huge amount of like, it's very 70s where they're just on the edge of all the censors. They're like, oh, we can't put any blood in it, or someone's going to say that you or if someone gets shot, you have to get shot in the old like cowboy way, where you like immediately cover up the wound and then just roll down a hill or something. So I think if it was to be remade today, it would be very good.
And it wasn't that well received at the time, was it?
No, it's grown it's grown with time. Second is probably Hero, because it's a product of the Chinese government. It's a beautiful film to watch, but it's a propaganda piece for the Chinese Communist Party. There's no getting around that. That is very clear. But it's a lovely thing to watch.
It like isn't up until the last point, isn't it? It's like it's not a propaganda film until the last moment, where it's like, actually,
and that's the message that you take away.
Let's turn on the propaganda.
But it's very nice to watch. I would
my
watch
argument still stands that a lot of the war films you watch from the West are the same thing.
Not necessarily true.
American Sniper is the one that comes to my mind quite a lot. Obviously not. I think there's more freedom with it, but a lot of them are. There are definitely... I'm pretty sure there are American military-funded films.
Yeah, loads of...
An American Sniper is an absolute glorification of war.
Yeah, no.
And stuff. So it's...
American Sniper, the one with Bradley Cooper, where he's struggling with PTSD.
Yeah, that's an important storyline.
They make the wall look glorious.
To champion a guy that is... Oh, is there... Yeah, but it's also there to champion a guy that was like the top sniper.
Yes.
And that was all the marketing, especially, was around that. It's like, oh my god, this guy killed so many people with a sniper from really far away.
People who didn't kill but there are I do take your point. There are a lot of Vietnam films where you're like, this just feels like you're not explaining that you've lost here at all.
Yeah, the propaganda didn't take me out of the film, but I'm aware of it. Is kind of. But
I do think that. So I think that Hero could have been my number one, but I don't know. I think putting 300 at number one is wrong. But for the reasons I've given, I probably could have put any of them at number one. But I think 300 because the look of it. 300 is also Western propaganda. As we said in the episode, I've seen loads of articles that compare it to fascist propaganda, where they say that the West is better than the East. Is just full of out of control savages, and they are to be civilized by the West, i.e. the Spartans. But yeah,
literally, people are amorph.
Yeah,
I don't know people are depicted as monsters on the side of the Persians.
Yeah,
in
subhuman,
the film.
And so.
And everyone is, and then you've got like Greek people with Scottish accents at times, and whitewashed. So
I guess I'm on the side of Western abs and Western propaganda, but I think that I agree. It's one of Zack Snyder's best work. It's Gerard Butler's maybe his best work. Yeah, I think his performance that he delivers throughout is really good, but really strange, just because of what the film is. So I think 300 at number one. I don't know. I'm very fluid. Normally I come to this with like I know exactly how this is going to fall. I don't really know how that's going to fall.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to hear Chandler's.
I understand that 300 isn't the. Yeah, I realise 300 is not the critical choice, but it's just an easy, enjoyable watch, and sometimes that's what you want. But yeah, it's another trilogy where I'm really happy of the 3 films we watched. Like I wouldn't not recommend any of them. I think they're good films for everyone to watch. I think you get a lot of variety from what we picked as well. And also really nice for the 4th take. This was sent in by a listener to do Warriors and then a trilogy based off the pick of the Warriors, which we fucked up at first and did a mythology one. But Ancient History worked out well. And we'll talk about why I think I'll watch more Ancient History films, because I think it's a really nice genre setting for creativity. But anyway, let's continue with Chandler.
I'll go from bottom to top. So in the bottom, very, very far away, is Hero. As I said on the pod itself, even though some of the action sequences are very good and the film is very beautiful to look at, it was ultimately ridiculously boring and very hard to watch all the way through without falling asleep. I know James is going to be very angry at that comment, but it was shit nonetheless.
But Alex is as well.
And then in second, even though I did enjoy it for its sort of 1970s B-movie-esque feel, Warriors, sorry, listener Toby. Warriors in second, not first. And 300 was number one because ultimately I enjoyed that film the most. So yeah, enjoy.
His reasoning was terrible. She just enjoyed that film more.
Yeah. This is the thing, like, this is why me and Chandler battle on this podcast quite a lot, I think, is that the way he describes things he doesn't like leaves no room for reasoning. It's like, it's crap. It's clearly not crap, but I do think that is fair enough if you're not interested. I think Chandler's just not one for that genre, for Hero, and that's absolutely fine. It does take you have to understand what it is in terms of as a martial arts film goes. That's fair enough, and I think he rated the Enter the Dragon quite similarly as well.
No,
but that film had no plot, really.
But I think what.
But it's fantastic.
Play it again. How did he describe Hero? It was boring and unwatchable. Is that what you said? Yeah. Boring? No. It's not boring. It gets very repetitive halfway through, and that's probably why it's not my number one. There's too much style over substance, sort of like Enter the Dragon. It becomes a bit too.
Yeah, we discussed it. I think you have to read into the fights. If you're just going to watch it and be like, I'm looking at a screen and kind of phasing out, you have to understand that in a type of film like that, the fights are there to progress a story, and they are as much a mental and emotional battle and there's context behind them than just what you've said, style over substance. I think there is substance, but you can't just absorb it. I critique the idea of putting that last for repetitive fighting and putting 300 first is completely hypocritical.
No.
Because it's just like 300. I liked it, but it is an action film.
Yeah.
Like it is. There is skirmish. It's just a Western modern one, where our sensibilities and our kind of our cultural indoctrination, we're used to it. It's a Western film. We understand the story structure. We understand it. I think. Well, I would say it's fairly similar in ultimately at the end of the day.
No.
If you're just talking from purely
because I think I got
level.
massively desensitized during Hero. So the first fight is really, really good. It's really, really good. It's a beautiful
it's the best one. Which it shouldn't have started that way.
When you go through it, you're like, I'm just watching shitter versions of fights. I want to see that first fight again, if anything. But I also don't want to see the first fight again because I've already seen it. Whereas now I'm just seeing shitter and shitter versions of that fight. And it's getting. But
I will say every fight is
more
good.
And more ludicrous.
The water fight is a bit hard to. The water fight, if you're just going in and this is your first martial arts film you've ever watched, is loopy. Once you understand that it's not, and like those guys never actually really fought, and it's more of a mental battle, I think you can accept it more, and you can understand what they're trying to do. But the special effects and the practical effects are a little silly now to look back, even though I think it came out in 2002, and I accepted when we were talking about that fight was a little. Some of it was a bit funny to watch, but I understood the context of the fight within the film. But yeah, I think the order's fine. I don't like it's way, way, way behind. I think that's a bit too harsh.
No, because I mean, it's just not for him. It's just it, and that is this podcast. It's just sometimes it just doesn't land, and that is fine.
Yeah, Warriors was very different.
Yeah, Warriors. I don't. No, because I think when we've put Warriors last. I don't know about you, but I expected something else watching it. Maybe that impacted my ratings.
Oh yeah, I expected something else. I think a little bit like. Honestly, same to Chandler's ratings. The way I put Warriors last is in a similar way to I know critically I'm wrong, but I didn't find as much enjoyment out of it as 300, and it is that same thing of honestly what I'm used to. But then legitimate complaints of Warriors. I don't think the acting was that great, and I did need more from out. I like it's a quirky, stylized, artistic film, So you need, sometimes those don't land for you. But I understand that critically it is better than 300.
Yeah.
But it's not. But like very much fun. It's the same reason Chandler's put Hero last. What you doing?
I was reading ahead. I thought you had more things to say, so I started reading up on the. I was like,
do we listen to Chandler's?
I've just hit my ankle ball on a chair, and it really hurt.
Don't worry, I was in the middle of a meeting at work today, and I spanned my chair a bit and whacked my knee against the desk leg. And I'm just silently on screen going. That I was mouthing swear words there for the audience.
Yes, let's hear Chandler's final.
This voice note is going to go after my first voice note. I forgot to say it, so I'm just going to leave a pause, and then it will be what I say for the editing. Oh, and the other thing, I actually went to a friend's wedding in Surrey a couple of days ago. Very, very good wedding. Congratulations, Luke and Lauren. I know you don't listen to this, but hopefully you'll hear that someday. Lovely wedding. I ran into our super fan Toby, and he was on great form as usual. So this is another shout out to our requester Toby. Thank you very much.
Oh, look, this fucking just glazed the guy.
Toby, you are the best. Happy
Toby, you are the sexiest listener we have.
Happy birthday, Mr. Toby. Happy birthday to you.
To you. Tobias.
Thank you, Toby,
Wow.
for sending in all of your things. You've been very helpful.
And if you mail in, if you mail in and send something in, you could be glazed just like Toby.
If you're lucky. Before we move on to the BAFTAs, do we have any viewer questions, listener questions, James? On the trilogy?
We did. We got.
Have we got one or two? I don't want loads. I don't want people thinking we're too popular.
So we got two
Okay.
that are kind of similar. So one is, if we could be in one of these films, which film would it be? And the other one is, if we could have picked a gang in the Warriors, which gang would we have liked to have been in?
So
My answer to that is probably none of the gangs.
I was just thinking, I can't remember any of the gangs. I think the Warriors, because I'm in the main. I've got main character syndrome for that. So
Yeah, there was the girl gang.
Yeah, but they wouldn't let me in.
Let's try to seduce them and then
Yeah,
shiv
I've
them
got
up.
too much penis to be in the girl gang.
Yeah,
Not
Yeah.
enough ovary.
I've got almost enough tit, but not enough ovary. Yeah. Almost enough
almost.
boob.
And in answer to your first question, probably Hero, because I like the idea of having superpowers. But yeah, probably
same.
Hero.
I like even though they don't have superpowers. I want to move the wind.
Yeah, because I'm
and shit.
aware if I'm in 300, I'm probably going to die. Well, I will die. That's the idea of the story.
I feel like no matter what side you're on in 300, your likelihood of death is high.
Yeah. Probably from
And it
tuberculosis.
doesn't seem like a good time.
So probably Hero. I thought it was a really good question, but my answer was very simple.
Yeah, no, Hero. It didn't. Because it's a Chinese propaganda film. It paints the country as like once the feuding has been done, it paints it as a wondrous land. And I'd like to live in a wondrous land, and it'll be a cool martial artist that can take a spear and move wind and stuff and run on water. Yeah, the Warriors. Honestly, probably one of our higher chances of surviving, but I don't want to wear the silly outfits.
No, but they.
Although, if I was in one of the gangs, maybe the Rollerblade
yeah.
gang. The Rollerblade gang
I
are having a
change
good
my answer
time.
because the Warriors. The Warriors are quite troublesome, aren't they? One of them is a rapist. One of them, I think one of them the murderer, and then the other one just hits women for fun. So,
and one of them gets run over by a train.
I forgot about that. I think you're
because he got fired on set, so they were like, "You're dead."
Your chances of dying in the Warriors are huge. The survival rate is probably similar to that in 300.
It's basically, we're talking about is 3 films where if you're gonna die, it's gonna be in the most fun way.
Yeah.
And that's probably with superpowers, but they don't have superpowers because it's there to accentuate the power of the people and not actually real. But in my head, I'm just gonna say it's real, and I'm in Hero.
Me too.
What weapon would you use?
AK-47.
What's its special power?
Can gun down an entire room of school children in 30 seconds. There's the American viewership gone.
Don't they normally use like an M14 or something?
I'm not clued up on school shooters, if I'm honest with you.
AR-15.
Really excited about the AR-15 there, aren't you? Should we have 5 minutes of BAFTA chat?
Yes, because I'm not... Alex... I'll lead us in because I don't know anything other than the Tourette's guy saying a racial slur, which we should probably touch on.
Because you haven't seen the... Go watch the film, and I also don't want to be the one who has to sit here and defend someone shouting that word. I don't want to...
We can.
I don't want to be sat here being like, no, but Alex, you have to understand that he doesn't mean it.
The caveat is, we are white men, so we're in no position to talk about the effects of racism in such a situation. We also don't have Tourette's, so they're not medical professionals. So we also have no wherewithal or privilege to talk about it in any way to define whether things are good or bad.
I don't think it was a good thing. I don't think you can argue it was a good thing.
That's not good. Okay, fine. It was a bad... Okay, fine. Where blame sits.
I don't think...
Look, I missed the BAFTAs. Tell me.
Was that your intro?
I'll do it again. And I can do that whole spiel again.
Well. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. We'll just go Alex. On from there. Chandler, you can just cut around this and we'll just keep all that in. That was quite...
Please let us listen to it before.
No, please don't. Let's get to the bit where James suggested that we can discuss someone saying the N-word as to whether it's a good or bad thing. Is it a good or bad thing? Can we get the positives and the negatives and put them in columns?
No, okay. A white man saying the N-word is a bad thing, but he has Tourette's, so where does it land is not something
exactly.
Look, this is such a complicated conversation.
My God. A couple of winners. As I say, I've seen I Swear, and I loved Robert Arameo's performance as John Davidson. As I said last time, I watched the film. It's about 2 hours long. I spent 90 minutes of it on the edge of tears. It's such a good film. It's such a beautiful human story. It's so well done. So I'm very happy that he won the BAFTA for that. I think someone else also won. Lauren Evans. Lauren Evans won an award in I Swear for Best Casting, and I could not agree more. I think so. Marty Supreme, I want to say, picked up no awards and holds the record now for the most nominations without getting an award. I think that's right. I think I saw that somewhere. Shakespeare.
I do wonder how that will lead into the Oscars because it's a big Oscar run movie.
Yeah. I saw that Hamnet picked up an award, Best Actress, I think, and Hamnet, I've been told, isn't.
Yeah, Jessie Buckley won leading actress.
An absolute tearjerker as well. Sinners picked up a couple. Welcome to the BAFTAs chat that we only know one thing that happened.
Dame Donna Langley got a BAFTA fellowship, which is always nice, and Claire Binns received an outstanding British contribution to cinema, which is always good. They also did cut a speech which has got everyone up in arms, which is a shame that they did that. I think it was Akinola Davis Jr.'s acceptance speech for an award, which he talked about Palestine, and they cut that, much to many people's dismay. And I agree.
I agree as well. I bet that was the speech that would have ended the war. Fuck's sake, God! Why? I agree with Ricky Gervais when he did the Golden Globes. No one cares. Don't come up, thank you God, and fuck off. No one cares, man. I don't care about any fucking speeches. I don't care.
I disagree. We need people in positions of privileged positions to speak up.
No, because the only people fucking watching already know about it. They already know all the going-ons in the world, and if they don't, it's because they don't care. If you care, you already know. If you don't care, you're not paying attention anyway. So, yeah, I'm not that bothered that he cut his speech out. Happy BAFTAs.
Wow. I don't think that should go in. I don't think that should go in.
Do you
Do
you genuinely care when...
I genuinely think that people in... I don't normally think too deeply about it when people make a comment, if they do or they don't. But I do think it's important for people in privileged positions to speak up on injustices that affect regular people.
So does that mean that you're...
Because no one else is doing it for us.
Does that mean you're angry that our king went to a fashion show when his brother was arrested for noncery? Well, actually, no, his brother wasn't arrested for noncery.
Why would I be annoyed that he went to a fashion show? I'm anti-monarchy, we know this, but why would I be annoyed that he went to a fashion show?
About it. He's been like, whoops. Oh, well.
Right, his brother...
And he's in some shit.
He should probably talk about his... He should probably talk about his brother... He should probably talk about his brother being a raging paedophile, but, you know.
So, yeah. I don't know how we've ended up on paedophile.
I'm consistently anti-monarchy. Zootropolis 2 won an award.
It did. I also saw that Emma Stone tried her first pack of hula hoops because Alan Cumming was presenting. And I don't know about you, but I hate Alan Cumming's voice. I hate it so much. It's so... Do you? It's so annoying, but it's only because I've watched the Traitors USA, and he can't say the word dollars correctly because he was calling them dollars. You will have access to $10,000. And I'm like, oh my God, you're so... He comes across it. I don't think I'm ever going to meet him, or he's ever going to listen to this. He just comes across...
Well, Alex, unfortunately, welcome to our special guest.
Comes across as such a silly sausage and a bellend.
We love silly sausages here. It's like your whole role. You're just
I'm just saying, David Tennant did the last 2 years, and 3 in a row wouldn't have been a bad thing. One battle after another as well. Also won a fuckload of awards. Got 6 awards and 14 nominations, so that should be, that should be honoured.
Well, that's a wrap for a carnage of a BAFTA chat. That will lead us into our next trilogy, the Oscars 2026. A year on from last year, where, do you remember what films we watched? We watched
Nora. Very good film. Loved it.
Wasn't it? That was very good.
I genuinely can't remember. Nora was the one. Nora was the
I remember it. I do remember it being a really enjoyable series to watch.
But I think this year
we watched A Real Pain.
Oh shit!
Real Pain. We've got. How are we going to top it? And A Complete Unknown, which we didn't rate as highly, but was a good watch. I think it might have been...
I enjoyed A Great Unknown, and it's A Complete Unknown, and it played very much into Bob Dylan being number 2 in my most listened to artists. Most listened to artist. He's not a dickhead. He's just a genius.
He is a dickhead. He's a dickhead, right? Alex also loved it when Kanye West heiled Hitler.
No, I didn't. There was no joy in that. There was no benefit to anyone when he did that. It's also really weird.
No, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. And what's his name? Was it Bowie?
Bowie.
Who's the film? Remind me who the film was about.
Bob Dylan.
I've just forgotten. It's just got Bob Dylan. That's it. But Bob Dylan was an ally and good lad, so he just was a bit of a knob. That film is. Do you remember it? It's as repetitive as Hero, but instead of fight scenes, it's him going shagging someone, sitting in someone's house, playing guitar and singing 10 times over.
The same song. That was quite annoying about the film.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited for the new.
Yeah. But Real Pain was fantastic.
It was really, really good.
It was so good, and Honora was fantastic as well. We have to top it. We might. You know what we might have to do? Might have to make Chandler watch Sinners again.
Well, we're gonna. My choice is going to be I Swear. So I'm going to make you two watch it and see if you cry as much as I did, and I cannot wait to watch it again. I imagine your choice will be something.
I cry a lot.
Your choice will be something from New Zealand cinema.
Oh, yeah, maybe I can choose another foreign film to make you guys watch.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to. It's New Zealand.
6. Yeah, they
6.
Fuck's sake. Charlie's going to have a ball every seeing this. It's going to be a nightmare.
Anyway, that's all from us. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed it. And I really hope that your ratings at least matched up with ours in that you had 3 films and you rated them. Did we all go different on our ratings this time? I think we did.
We did.
That nearly went under the radar.
Hope no one hates. That's good. It's good from us. And I do think we all have slightly different tastes.
Normally it's me and Chandler aligned, so that's a bit of an anomaly there.
Yeah, you are basically.
We just don't like watching weird little. What was it you watched again? Oh, Studio Ghibli, which came up on a podcast I was listening to recently. They said that they were going to watch the Studio Ghibli.
Oh, Studio was great. That's not weird at all. We watched Mulholland Drive.
That was terrible.
You guys love
I hope that movie burns forever.
It's a fantastic film.
But
China and I just don't like to think.
But yeah, stay tuned for in the coming weeks when we do the Oscars. It's goodbye from James.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. And we hope that Chandler returns soon because we're lost. We don't know how to end. Goodbye, geezers. That's probably what he'd say.
It's not even Cockney. He's from fucking Watford. Please don't forget to rate and review the podcast on your platform of choice. It really helps us grow. Make sure to follow us on our socials and our individual Letterboxd accounts. The links can be found in the description or at hop.bio/3takes or search for 3 Takes of Stupidity on most platforms. We're most active on TikTok, Instagram and YouTube. Please send us your film and trilogy suggestions to our Hop page on social media, or you can email us at 3takesofstupidity@gmail.com. Thank you and hope to have you back.